Welcome back to the studio. I'm going to be working on this palm tree right now, and it's going to lace out over the water here. You'll still see the sparkling Caribbean water through the fronds that are blowing in the breeze. The first step I'm going to do is paint the trunk in. This is a mixture of my mud, which is 2 parts of ultramarine blue plus 1 part of alizarin crimson, and I've mixed some cadmium orange in that and some white. And this just gives us a nice gray brown to make the trunk. We're also going to have coconuts in here, and I just kind of right now just indicate them in. Almost like you could just reach over that bougainvillea here and grab some coconuts. Then I make a little bit of my darker mixture just to start bringing some of the base of the fronds up. Come back. This is a mix of my green plus a little cadmium orange plus white. And my greens are mixtures of ultramarine blue, or phthalo blue, phthalo blue plus cadmium orange plus cadmium yellow, medium plus some lemon yellow in there. I've got several different combinations. And what this allows is just the leaves then, or the fronds of the palm trees are variegated. They're not all the same green. Then I just begin with my brush. I can use, this is again that square tipped brush, but I can just pull it sideways through the wet paint of the water to make my fronds, my lacy fronds. And I start with the bigger one, and then I'll graduate down to a smaller one. I've kind of left some spaces in the water just to give me some guides of where I want these fronds to come out, but they all come from the base of this trunk. I can just use the side of that brush just sideways to make the thin leaves on the fronds. And these kind of go out from the center stem. You can see I'm doing this paint of the water is still wet, so it makes it easier to make these into that wet paint. I don't want to get it up over my sailboats. I'll come back then with a little smaller brush to make some of the thinner little leaves. I just paint out over the wall because I can then paint that over this. This one needs to come up more, a little bit more. These are all just kind of dancing in that sea breeze. This one here is arching back over, and so we get a few of the light catching some of the little fronds here, and then more light here. It curves down. Just let that again go over the wall. I don't want to, it doesn't matter because I can just then paint that wall back over that, and that lets it's easier to do this than to try to stop that big frond at the wall. Now I'm going to let one come down this way. See, that'll be the center. You'll get some little ones coming out along that way and then some out this way. And I also have my water, the color that I use for the water to come back in and go in between these if I need to, like so. This is a smaller brush. Again, it's a bright brush, it's the square tip. Then I can just come back in, cover over that bare canvas, and then come back with my palm frond. And this again is a smaller brush, so I can make a little finer leaves. I'll let the light catch this side. Just kind of let your brush dance on the canvas. This is going to actually come here. There we go, that's more like I want it. This will kind of cover over some of these coconuts because they're at the base of this group of fronds, and so some of the leaves then come out over, these individual leaves come out over the coconuts. And we'll have a little dark in here. And I want to have some of the ocean showing through there. Now I'm going to clean my brush real well because I don't want any of that greens from the fronds on there. And then I can just pull my water right into there, cover over that. I just pull from the water into the leaves, and that way then I don't pull the leaf color into the water. And I can just smooth out that little indenting that I made into the water here, like so. And I just bring my fronds back out. A little light here. Light's coming in from the right. So that's going to get some, and then this side of these on this side catch more light because they're kind of upright. So they'll catch a little more of the sunlight. This is how you paint a palm tree. I have more to do on this, but this it's a matter of just going back in and adding the light and covering up, making sure all of my little white spots on the canvas are covered. But I just use that narrower brush to make my leaves as we go on up. There's a little bit here. Just pull that color of the water there, and that fills that space. And I can even use some of blues and stuff in there. Just give a lot of variety within these fronds that are just dancing in the breeze. So I really appreciate you watching my YouTube videos. I do hope you'll subscribe to my channel and visit my blog where I show the complete step-by-step process of this painting as well as others I do. The address is is on the final frame of the video. The link is in the description below. And I just really thank you again. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. And while you're out and about today, just give somebody a great big smile. You never know what that smile will bring for them. They may be having a tough day or something, and just the fact that somebody made the effort to smile at them and just means the world. So you just have a wonderful, wonderful day and give somebody a great big smile. Thanks again.